Hello, this is June 17th, day 17 of our Bible reading plan. Today, the story of the man born blind in John the 9th chapter. John the 9th chapter is the sixth sign out of seven that John records for us that demonstrate Jesus is God and he is the Messiah. And he orders these in kind of a growing fashion to see they're more spectacular than others. And, they start off pretty good with the water turned to wine. That's pretty spectacular. But they get just even more and more mind-boggling. And this story here is a great one. We think about the question, first of all, that they asked. Who sinned, this man or his parents, that he's born blind? And Jesus' answer is not A or B, but C, none of the above. Sometimes suffering is for the glory of God, and that's what he told him that was going on here. This man blindness was an opportunity for Jesus to show mercy and to show his glory. And I'll show you why in just a second. He was born blind, and Jesus healed him, and he kind of disappeared from the story, and we see the story of the man talking with the Pharisees and talking with the leaders and them grilling him. I guess they were trying to convince him he was still blind, but he wasn't going to have that. He said, one thing I know, I was blind, now I can see. You're not ever going to talk me out of being able to see now. We don't know if this guy had eyeballs or not. We don't know if he did have them, they never worked. But Jesus healed him by making mud. Making mud is not allowed on the Sabbath. It's one of the list of things you're not allowed to do on the Sabbath. And but Jesus is God. Remember how he made Adam? Formed him out of mud. So there's an allusion to Jesus being God right here. But the big thing is that this man was born blind. This miracle makes it of a higher category than just regular old miracles, if you can think of a regular old miracle. But something special about being born blind was that was one of the three miracles that was supposed to prove a person was the Messiah. First of them was healing a leper. You can't touch lepers, so a leper had never been healed. The second one was casting out a demon from a person who couldn't talk, because they had a protocol. They would call the demon, what is your name? And the demon would say his name, and then they'd say out. Jesus did that as well. He cast a demon out of a person who couldn't talk. And so that was an extra level. And healing a blind person, that's one thing. Healing a man born blind, that's a Messiah thing. Well, this man was certainly the one, and it cost him being kicked out of the synagogue, but he was never going to admit that he was still blind. And we see the most encouraging thing in this story is the guy's trip to faith. He starts with calling Jesus a man. By the end of the story, he's calling Jesus Lord. Be blessed today.